How to fix Project Zomboid missing UI icons. Welcome back, tech lovers, to another Teknobalta fix. Today we fix a very frustrating and common issue in Project Zomboid, those crucial missing UI icons. Are you launching your game only to find your health bar, crafting menu, and other essential indicators have vanished into thin air? Don't panic, guys. We're going to get those icons back and get you surviving properly again. You boot up Project Zomboid, ready to brave the zombie apocalypse, set up your base, and scavenge for supplies, right? Everything seems to load, the environment renders, but then you notice it. The vital user interface elements, like your health status, your hunger and thirst meters, or even the essential crafting and inventory icons usually found on the left side of your screen, they are just gone. Completely missing. This is more than just an inconvenience. It's a game-breaking bug. How can you effectively manage your character's survival without knowing their current condition? How can you craft that desperately needed tool or barricade if the icons to access those menus aren't even visible? This problem can leave any player feeling utterly lost and unable to interact with the game's core mechanics. It essentially renders the game almost unplayable for many users. Users who encountered this issue reported that these essential icons, which are typically displayed prominently on the left side for quick access to health, crafting, inventory, and character stats, simply disappear, leaving an empty void where critical information and interaction points should be. It's a common complaint, and it severely hampers the immersive and strategic gameplay that Project Zomboid is famous for. But don't worry, Teknobalta has the solution. Alright, let's dive deep into the core of this particular problem and apply the definitive fix. This specific issue, as numerous players and forum discussions in the community have confirmed, almost always boils down to one primary culprit: conflicting or outdated game modifications, universally known as mods. Mods, while fantastic for extending a game's lifespan and introducing new features, can unfortunately also cause a variety of unexpected errors if they aren't properly installed, are out of date, or conflict with other mods or the base game itself. So, the crucial question becomes, how do we effectively pinpoint the exact problematic mod among potentially dozens you might have installed? It requires a systematic, step-by-step approach, a process of careful elimination. Let's begin. Step 1. Launch Project Zomboid and access the mod manager. First and foremost, you need to open your game. Do not load into a save file immediately. We need to access the main menu settings where the mod management tools reside. Once the game is running, from the main menu, you'll need to locate an option that is typically labeled Mods or Mod Manager. Click on this. This action will open a comprehensive list displaying all the mods you currently have installed and subscribed to, whether you acquired them through the Steam Workshop or installed them manually by placing files into your game directory. Step 2. Recall recent changes. Identify potential suspects. Take a moment to think back. Did you recently add any new mods to your Project Zomboid installation? Or perhaps an existing mod that you've been using just received an automatic update through the Steam Workshop? These recent additions or updates are frequently the prime suspects when a new issue suddenly appears. If the problem with the missing UI icons started immediately after you installed or updated a particular mod, that provides a very strong indicator of where the problem lies. Step 3. Disable mods systematically. The process of elimination. This is arguably the most crucial step in troubleshooting. You need to disable your mods. However, rather than disabling them all at once, which can make it hard to identify the single culprit, A more effective and time-saving method is a systematic approach, such as a binary search, or simply disabling them one by one or in small, logical groups. Start by targeting the most recent mods you added or updated. Disable those first. Then, close the game completely and relaunch it to check if the icons have returned. If they have, you've likely found your culprit. If the problem persists, return to the mod manager. A good strategy is to disable roughly half of your currently active mods. Then, retest the game. If the icons reappear, you now know that the problematic mod is located within the group you just disabled. If they still don't appear, then the offending mod must be in the other half of your active mods. Continue this process of having the suspect group, narrowing down the possibilities each time, until you are able to pinpoint the exact mod that is causing the UI corruption and the disappearance of your icons. While this method might seem a bit tedious initially, it will ultimately save you a significant amount of time compared to randomly enabling and disabling mods without a clear strategy. What types of mods are most likely to cause this specific issue? Often, it's mods that heavily alter the user interface, introduce new inventory systems, or even expansive content mods that might inadvertently interfere with the base game's graphical user interface rendering pipeline. Step 4. Uninstall or unsubscribe from the problematic mod. Once you have successfully identified the specific mod that is causing your UI icons to disappear, you have a couple of options for resolution, depending on how you installed the mod. If the mod was acquired from the Steam Workshop, the simplest method is to unsubscribe from it. Navigate to the mods page on Steam, either directly or through the in-game mod manager, and click the unsubscribe button. This action typically initiates an automatic removal of the mod files from your game directory. If it's a manually installed mod, you will need to locate your Project Zomboid game directory on your computer. This path is commonly found under steam/steamapps/commons/Project Zomboid/mods. Inside this mods folder, locate and delete the specific folder associated with the conflicting mod. Exercise caution here. Ensure you are only deleting the mod's files and not any core game files, as this could cause further issues. Step 5. Verify game files. Highly recommended. After removing any mod, especially if you had to perform a manual deletion, it is always an excellent practice to verify the integrity of your Project Zomboid game files through the Steam client. To do this, open Steam, navigate to your library, right-click on Project Zomboid, select Properties, then click on the Installed Files tab, and finally, select Verify Integrity of Game Files. This essential step will scan your game installation for any missing or damaged core files and will automatically re-download them from Steam servers, effectively restoring your game to its intended, pristine state before the problematic mod caused any issues. Remember, proactive mod management is key. Always strive to keep your mods updated and make it a habit to check for compatibility issues or known conflicts before you install any new modifications. Reading mod descriptions and community comments on the mods page can save you a lot of headache and troubleshooting time in the future. It's also worth noting that game updates often break older mods. This is a very common occurrence in modded games. In such cases, the mod author may need some time to update their mod to be fully compatible with the new game version, so patience is often a virtue. By carefully going through your mod list and systematically isolating the one that's causing your UI issues, you can successfully restore your full, functional Project Zomboid experience. Now, launch the game again. You should see all your essential UI icons, your health bar, crafting menu, inventory slots, and character stats, restored and right back where they belong on your screen. Problem solved, apocalypse averted, at least in your user interface. You can now focus on surviving, crafting, and building without any visual handicaps. Don't let a simple mod conflict ruin your hard-earned survival game. Get back to crafting, scavenging, and surviving the hordes. If this fix helped you get your game back on track, remember to smash that like button and subscribe to Teknobalta for more essential tech solutions and troubleshooting guides.